Perfect. Let's go ahead and get started by finding a tabletop position. So bring a block with you as you do that too. Our tabletop position is going to be a little bit different than normal, I guess. Because we're going to measure it formally. We're going to get some good formal measures today. So the first thing I want you to do is put the 2 fists in between the knees. And you can be spacious with your 2 fists. They don't have to be like super tight. You can have like a little breathing room. And that's the measure for your legs. That's groin to groin. And then let's take it forward and measure out the fingertips. So fingertips facing in towards each other, just super lightly grazing each other, and then face the hands back. Okay, good. So those are the first formal measures that we're taking today. And then next, we talked a little bit about triangles on Tuesday, and now I want us to look at the triangle of the hands. It's going to be palm out of the index finger and palm out of the pinky finger pressing down. So it changes the direction, the weight that you're bearing. And see if you can even make your wrists a little bit light. And we're going to take one of our blocks and measure here. So this looks almost right, but you'll see that there's a little bit of space between my wrist and the block. So what I want to do, number 1, is bend my elbows back towards my thighs. Pull the elbows back towards my thighs, which is going to open up my chest. As I do that, it creates a nice opening. If I'm hyperextended, my shoulders are coming forward, but if I pull the elbows back towards me, I can bend the elbows back. But immediately, that also creates a different angle on my arms. So I want to lean forward, take myself way forward, way forward. And then keep bending the elbows back and check my measure again. How's it going? Are you finally starting to find your 90-degree angle? You'll feel whether there's gaps underneath, beneath, in between the wrists. This is finally starting to arrive. But then again, palm under the index finger, palm under the pinky finger, and wrists lifts. By shifting forward, your legs get at a diagonal. So move the legs forward too, so that your legs also measure up. 90 degrees in those legs. 90 degrees in the arms, 90 degrees in the legs. Let's see where you're all at. I'm checking you all out. Yeah, walk those knees back a little, Adio. Yeah, and then lean forward. Lean, yeah. Now the weight is really through the hands. Good, and same, bend the elbows back, Ida. Yes, and then lean forward. You'll notice, like today might be a little intense for you, Ida. Eventually, this is gonna get so much better. Like you'll start getting your real strength in those wrists. Nice, lean forward, Nafili, lean forward. Yeah, that's you right there.
Other alternatives possibly from not using the wrist?
So you could be down, okay. We don't wanna not use our wrists. I will say that, right? Because then you stop using your wrist completely. And what happens when you fall? You fall on your wrist, and then what? You never used it, so it hurts. So this is like functional. It's actually like for your own good. But you can change the directions of your hands at all times. So like fingertips, bring it up to your tense, right? So you're like in a different angle, and you're still leaning forward and reaching forward, but it takes a little bit of the pressure away. You can face the hands out. You can face the hands back. So there's different different ways of handling the world, but you still want to be able to handle the world. So let's do some puppy paws for a moment. Imagine, keep leaning forward, and imagine your hands are like puppy paws or little kitty paws, and you're just going to paw out, forward, in, forward, out, back, out, forward. And then rest on the little tents. And lean forward. Like this is where you want to be, is forward. But the knees always need to be at that 90-degree angle too. And then again, puppy paws, kitty paws. Make little prints. Just working them out. Working them out. Getting the full mobility of how to get a handle on the world. You want to be able to access, handle the world from many different angles. Good. If ever you're like, I just can't, you can come down to your elbows for sure, and find the space here. Because, I mean, yeah, you want to give yourself the space to be like, I can't. Not today. But that doesn't mean that you stop going there altogether. And that's like, you have to be clear on the fact that you can't just stop using your wrists, because you want to be able to have access to your wrists. You want to get strong. You want to get functional in all of your body. Okay, so just because we're here, let's interlace the fingers and flip the palms up. Good. Your knees can walk up still. So I'm still trying to be at that 90-degree angle with my legs. And notice that your hands have squares on them. So there's big squares. There's the palm end of the index, palm end of the pinky, palm end of the thumb, and outer wrist. That's a square. Find the square on both hands and see if you can get like a little juicy in the center of the hand, a little fluffy in the palm of your hand. Good. Plug down the feet. Tops of the big toes, tops of the pinky toes, top of the ankle. And when you plug in, that means that now you're running currency. So you plug down with those feet to pick the energy back up through the legs. Good. Okay. Let's release those hands. Come back up to our tents. Nice. Check in with your 90-degree angles on the legs. We're leaning forward. The elbows are not hyperextended. They're pulling back to your thighs. Pulling, plugging the feet again. Tops of the big toenails, pinky toenails, tops of the ankles. Notice that gives you a little more lift. And see if you can also plug down through the hands by pressing down through index finger, pinky finger, but get fluffy on the hands too. Lift away from it. Don't weigh yourself down. Pick it all up. And release. Okay. Curl the toes. We're going to keep our knees bent and take this to a little short downward dog. So plug in the hands. Make your way forward to palm end of the index, palm end of the pinky. Keep your knees bent. Lift your sitting bones. And now we have a different angle on the wrist. So this is also a different way to handle the world. Good. Stay there. Yes. And now try to plug in the feet. So plug in ball mounds of the big toes, ball mounds of the pinky toes down, and then see if that can give you a little lift in the legs so your butt lifts higher. Good. Keep bending those knees. Pull the belly back to your thighs. Bend the knees, belly back to thighs. Bend the knees, belly back to thighs. Tomas, push into the hands. Pull your butt back. Yes, that way. Yes, yes, more, more, more. Keep going, keep going. Ah, there you go. Now lift your butt. Yeah, but keep pulling back. Yes, nice, Esteban. Good. Good. Now think about your butt as another plug. Sitting bone and sitting bone is going to plug into the wall behind you. Pubis and tailbone separate a little. Good. And release your way down. Whew. First downward facing dog today. We'll come back to this. Okay? So you can sit back. Bring the legs forward. How did that feel? Anybody have any thoughts? How are your wrists? How are you?
That was a good shoulder workout.
Right?
Yeah.
So keep thinking about bending that elbow, opening the collarbone too. And Denny, you can use blocks under your hands to give you a little height. Just give them like a little bit of this activity, right? To like let you have a little bit more of a handle on the world here. More of the handle on the floor so it doesn't feel as heavy on those hands. We want to be able to like take weight away, like everything is going back. We're plugged into the hands, but we're lifting up.
Yeah, the left side wasn't really supporting well.
That's okay. We'll come back to this today. We'll revisit our downward facing dog.
Will the block modification help if you, because I felt a little bit of strain like right here, like right above my elbow.
Uh-huh. Where was your elbow hyperextended?
I was trying to keep it in because I know that I tend to do that. So I was watching for it this time, but yeah, like I still felt it like right here.
Yeah, can we see it?
Sure.
Yeah, let's check out that downward facing dog and see what's going on. So start from your tabletop, lean forward, good, walk the knees forward. Walk the knees forward, walk the knees forward. Just a little more, there. Keep leaning forward, find your plugs, curl the toes, keep the knees bent, pull, oh, bent, wait, come down. Bend the elbows back, especially that left elbow. Ah, there. Okay. Already there, right? I forgot. I'm like, wait, the important thing. And now try to keep that bend in the elbows. Yes. And again, do it one more time. You just hyperextended it again. Okay. There, right? So do it, take it and bend it again. Give me a little pull back.
Okay.
It's hyperextend, there, yeah.
Okay.
There. Good.
Well, I think my arms need to be straight, and I think that might be the problem.
Totally. It's so subtle, right? It's so subtle, but like that hyperextension is not good. And that's, by the way, that's a short dog, right? We have a little short dog going on. Your dog measures out a little bit wider, but it's a little easier to work it from here, just when we're starting out. So keep thinking about, and it actually should make you shake.
Okay, like, it does.
Now. Yeah, because it's a new way of your body to be in. So okay. There should be some shaking going on, and when you're like, where's my elbow supposed to be? And I'll show it to you one more time. From here, it's just, I gotta take myself all the way forward, curl, pull back, and see that is that hyperextension of the elbows. And then my arms are still straight, but I'm actually working the elbow a little bit bent instead of having it here. Okay. Like, I just want to keep pulling it back, and there's a little bit of like the muscular system is trying to rework itself. Okay. And that's going to make a huge difference for your wrists, for your shoulders, for your elbows, like longevity of your body, because you don't want to have that. Eventually, you're going to have a short circuit in there because it's too much. It's like getting clogged up in there. Or in some instances, it's like just toilets that always flush, that are always running. So
yeah, it feels like it's tearing a little, or like it wants to.
It's overuse. So we want to give it the space. We want to give it, orient it. Yeah, why doesn't everybody give another try to your downward facing dog before we move forward? Just check it out again. Measure out your tabletop first. Find the plugs of the hands, get your 90-degree angles going. It's all going to be a little further forward than you think it is. Good, nice, Kayla. That's a good, yeah, exactly. Keep orienting yourself a little bit further forward than you think so you can take the weight forward. Plug in those hands. Good, bend a little bit of the elbows here, pull them back so that you're not, nice. And then plug in those feet, ball mounts of the big toes, pinky toes, heels, and that should run your currency back up the legs to lift your butt. Good, Tomas, keep pulling your butt back, bend the knees more. Yeah, there you go, sir. Good, and then lift your butt as high as you can. Yes, good, nice, great. Good. Good. Walk your feet up a little, Denny. And then bend the knees more. And lift your butt. And walk the feet up a little more. And bend the knees more. And lift your butt. Good. Good. We'll just keep pulling back. Pull the sitting bones back. You want to plug those sitting bones to the wall behind you. Release whenever you're ready. Good. So we're really used to doing really super straight leg downward facing dogs. For those of you that have done yoga before, it's like those straight legs, straight legs, straight legs. Really give yourself the opportunity to bend the knees. It gives you an and. Like, I'm not just in downward dog, I'm in downward dog and I get a back bend. And I get to lift my butt. And I get to orient myself in my body. So give yourself the space to do that. And it's a little different training for sure, but just so that you can fit yourself. Your belly should be on your thighs. Your belly should be touching your thighs. That's what we're making our way towards. It's like, how do I fold myself in so I can unfold again? Get that crease right. So let's come back to our pawanmuktasana if nobody has any other questions. I'll just take us over to pawanmuktasana now. Legs straight out in front. Making our little tour through the body. A little blanket underneath your sitting bones so you can connect down through the sitting bone, pubis. That's your main frame plug here. You want to plug down into the earth, and then just because you plug in, now we got to get a rise. The pubis lifts, the sternum lifts, the throat opens. Your fingertips can be behind you, facing in. Inhale, spread the toes. Exhale, curl the toes. Nice, inhaling. And exhale. Nice. One more. And then inhale, spread the toes. Exhaling. Let's put the pedal to the metal here. Inhale, back. Exhaling, pedal to the metal. Inhale and exhale. One more. Good. Circle around those feet. Noticing the rotations, the wheels in the feet. And other direction. Let yourself rotate around. Making our way through our body, orienting the spaces, and then pull the toes back. Let's orient to big squares in the body. So the main frame of the house, right hip and left shoulder, pull them apart. Left hip and right shoulder, pull them apart. And then make yourself at home. Find the center of your house. Good. Interlace the fingers under the right leg. Inhale, bring it in. Exhale, extend. Good. Checking into that garage in the right leg. This is where we go out into the world and put our right foot forward. Bring it in, extend. Good. And come on in. Circle your way around that garage, making sure that the garage door opener works. Bigger wheels are all inflated. Turn the other direction, rotate the other way around. And then let's cross that ankle over the thigh. Grab the palms of your hands, get a little heat going, and then give your right foot a little bit of a massage with those nice warm hands, a little bit of sana sana, hands. Some love to your right foot, that foot to the bill, puts the pedal to the metal, goes out into the world, puts the right foot forward, and then rotate it. Make sure that the wheel can move in all directions. And rotate the other direction. Flex it and point it again, so you find that putting the pedal to the metal place. Grab a hold of the knee, bring it up. Checking in with the hinges of those doors. Open and close. One more time. And one hand to your foot, one hand to your knee. Notice how you fit perfectly well into your body. It's like seeds in a pod. Your hands are the pods. And circle your knee around. Your capacity to look around, have that 360 view around yourself and within yourself. This is really getting our internal 360 view of those hips. Bring the knee up, foot inside of the thigh. Measure one fist. It's about the width, sitting bone to sitting bone, and then hug that right knee in with your left hand. Take your right hand behind you. Pull the left toes back, look at them. Sitting bone, pubis. See if you can pull apart your sitting bones and pull apart your pubis and tailbone. And lean forward. Find that rainbow at the tip of your toes. Follow it all the way up and across. All the colors of the rainbow. Going all the way back. Gaze at your right hand. And because you're feeling so good, you can open your heart a little. So lean it back. But keep finding sitting bone, and pubis. All plugging down. Right arm comes back up. Bring it all the way. Swim it through. And then we're going to make our way over to the left side. And do a couple of push-ups here on the left. Now, we already know that our measure is middle finger to middle finger. Rotate back out, and then take a few push-ups here. Keep looking at those left toes. Keep looking forward, out, no matter where you are. Keep seeing that view. In this case, a little bit of a 180 view, so we can see what's to the right, what's in front of us, and what's to the left. And the whole 180 in front of us. Good. And then we're going to bring it down and hold. See if you can shift the weight to the puppy paws of the hands again. Try to make those wrists light. 4, 3, 2, and up. Good. Okay. Let's take a hold of that right foot, pull it back. See if you can fit knee into armpit. You may need a little help from your hand handling that right foot. Just start finding, maybe it fits in there. And then shoot it out. All right, shoot your bow and arrow. Left leg, bring it in and out. And in and out. Checking into the laundry room of our house. This is all down in the basement. There's always laundry to do. Even when we are doing laundry, we're making laundry. Rotate. And really, laundry is like part of our life. It's just what we have to do. In life, we have to keep our practice up. In life, we have to keep our routines and our habits up. Life is a little bit mundane sometimes, like it's repetitive. But through that repetition is where we get our magic. That's where we get our, to pull the rabbits out of the hat. I'm going to close this window too. Cross the ankle over your thigh. And grab the palms of your hands together. Create a little bit of heat in those hands. And give your left foot a little bit of the massage here. Start giving it a little bit of love, your Sanasana hands. Your left foot follows through. It's dedicated to repetition. It's dedicated to infinity, right? Like through this continuous follow through of your plans and of your goals, you get to the next dimension, you get to the next cycle. And this is really kind of like the long, hard road is where we want to give up. Like, but I haven't got my insight. I don't have the magic yet. Keep going. Keep going. It will come. Rotate it around. Make sure we have that 360 all the way around on that left foot. Our 360 view of our habits and our patterns and our intention and dedication. And then flex it and point it. Grabbing a hold of the knee, inhale it up. Exhale it down. Checking the hinges down in that basement. Making sure all the doors are lubricated. Getting that synovial fluid running through our joints. And then circle it around. Another 360 view of our left hip this time. Can you still find that left sitting bone and spread your sitting bones apart? Even as you have your eyes on rotating. Circle the opposite direction. Bring the foot up, inside of the right thigh, measure, one fist, sitting bone, hugging that left knee in with your right hand behind you, pull the right toes back, look at them. Sitting bone pull apart, pubis is plugging into the ground too. Find the triangle of the sitting bone, pubis, and then run currency So it lifts the pubis again, and it lifts your heart. And start taking your gaze with it. Find that rainbow coming out of your right toes, all the way across the top of your house, all the way out to the back. Good, and see if you can open your heart a little, lean back a little, but connect, keep connecting, sitting bone, and pubis, down. And then let's swim that left arm all the way around. Bring it back forward, coming over to the right side this time. Fingertip to fingertip, that's your measure. Taking it back out. And then keep finding your 180 view out here as you come down and up. You have so much. You may even have like a little more than 180 of a view, but keep finding the right toes. Good. You may still be able to like find the rainbow behind you. It's possible. Good. And then remember to shift the weight forward to those puppy paws, to the ball mounds of your hands. Make your wrists light. And next time you come down, hold it. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and up. Yes. Oh wait, we gotta find our arrow. Pull that left foot in this time. You can use both of your hands to try to find that measure, but keep, again, sitting bone, pubis. How is that going? How do you plug in that triangle and also plug in your foot? This is kind of what we're going for in that downward dog, right? It's like the belly's on your thigh, but your butt is lifting. Find your arrow. We're going to get all intentional with our left leg. Shoot it out. Good. Soles of the feet together, knees wide.
I have a question, Krista.
Yes, Mila.
When we're doing our push-ups, do we unplug the opposite sits bone?
To lean your way all the way forward, your opposite sit bone is going to unplug. Yes. And you want to keep like finding that you can still reach it back. Like don't just let it come up. Keep fighting it. You got to fight for your stuff sometimes, right? Yeah. But yeah, it's definitely not going to stay down the whole time. Great question. Okay. Soles of the feet together. There's a block distance between my pubis and my heels. That's a formal measure right there. The length of the pubis. The length of the pelvis, I mean. Good. Let's see if we can get some swimmers going on here. Now, if your legs feel like, oh, this is miserable, take those blocks, angle them in to support your legs. Like just create a boundary. These are like waters too. This is like where all the water goes in the body. And water always needs a little bit of a container. Yes. Okay. So now we have a good container. We have a good measure. Let's find some swimmers here. So the first thing I'd like to do is sitting bone, pull them apart. Pubis and tailbone, pull them apart. The pubis starts plugging down and the sitting bones plug down. Now, notice if that can give you the lift in the pubis because you run energy back up through the heart, opening the chest, opening the throat. Fingertips out in front of you, little tense. And then walk forward, but stay plugged into the basement. Stay plugged into that bottom fire. Sitting bone, pubis, plug in, and then they help you lift and open the heart and open the chest. Yes. Okay, walk it over to the right. Now the sitting bone will stay plugged in. So your left sitting bone stays connected. Keep pulling, like, again, this is what I mean, you gotta fight for it. You gotta keep plugging down that left sitting bone. And you're at 2 o'clock, not 3 o'clock. Make yourself to 2 and reach as far as you can to 2 o'clock. And then come in through center. Plug in again, right sitting bone and left sitting bone. Pull them apart. Pubis plugs down. Open the heart. Notice if you can come in a little bit more. How's that feeling? Keep opening the heart as you do that, because the currency is coming back up through you. And then walk your way over to 10. Notice I'm totally in front of my legs. I'm not behind them. I'm reaching towards 10 and even 10 and 11. And you got to fight that right sitting bone back down. Keep plugging your way in so that you're connected still, so that you can still find that heart opening. You can still find your throat opening. And then come back through center. Good. One last time. Plug in. Sitting bone, pubis. Open up the front body. See if you can go a little bit more. And then walk your way back. Now we're going to swim. Cool, cool, cool. Right hand to your left knee. Maybe I'll show it to you first, so keep looking at me. Right hand to your left knee, left hand behind you. We did this on the first day. This is actually like open the door and go through it. So take it over, close the door, open the door, go through it. Let yourself, this is why I call them swimmers, it's like come all the way around, and then again, open the door. You gotta follow that gaze, follow your fingertips all the way over. And we'll just swim. We've done these from seated, we did these from down low before. Ooh, it looks like most of you have arrived here already, good. So keep your vision on your fingers, make connections before you let go. Nice. Just opening up the chest. Yes. Look back at that hand. Open, like really walk through that door as you take it, as you open it through. Let yourself be open to all the possibilities when you open the doors. Good. Nice. One more. And then your other side. All right, let's do left hand on top. So whichever arm is on top, bring the left over. Good. Bring the throat over that left shoulder. And just swallow a couple of times here. And then we're gonna lift up through the arms. Bring yourself up, left is on top. See about wrapping that right hand around your left wrist. Or hug yourself. Hey, it's getting closer. Yeah, we're getting there. Good, relax the shoulders, lift the elbows. Nice. Inhaling. Let's get a punchy hand and try to punch the wall behind us. Lift and push back. And then release and release. Okay. Let us find the right arm on top this time. And now we'll take the throat over the right shoulder, swallow a couple of times. And then the gaze lifts, the arms lift. Right is on top this time. Wrapping that left hand around your right wrist. Get punchy with that right hand. Relax the shoulders. Yeah, you can hug yourself in. Exactly. Yeah, find the way that fits. Good. And then lift up and try to get to that wall behind you with your right hand. A little bit of effort. And then bring it in, open up, release. Release your blocks. Find your way to seated. Just a nice crisscross spaghetti sauce here. Woo. Good. Moving our way up the body, starting to get a handle on the world here. So let's bring those hands out in front of us. Good. And again, those elbows aren't going to be all the way bent, but they're not going to be all the way straight either. You want to find a place where the elbows can reach down towards the thighs, fingertips still up. Inhale, spread the fingers. Exhale, hands into fists. Inhale, spread. Exhale, curl. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Nice little fisty hands, right? Like punchy hands. Sometimes we gotta get punchy with it, especially when we gotta make some effort. Rotate, rotate, one direction and then the other, making sure we have the 360 angles on our wrists so we can really get a handle on the world here, get a handle on how we work our office and our kitchen. Inhale, fingertips up, and then exhale it down. Nice. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhaling and exhaling. So that when we're stirring the pot, our hands don't cramp up. Inhale and exhale. Palms up, inhale, and exhale. Good. And checking those hinges up at the kitchen and the office and the living room again, making sure that it's all working out here. Inhale in, and then take them out. You can grab a hold of yourself, 4 fingers forward, thumbs back, and then circle. And circle the other direction. Keep lifting through the throat, keep plugging down through the sitting bones. Sitting bone, pubis, lifts the pubis, lifts the sternum, lifts the throat. Good. All right, keep your left hand in, bring the left elbow in, and let's circle it around with our right hand. And then circle the opposite direction. And then other side, right hand comes in, grab a hold of it with your left hand, and circle. And then circle the opposite direction. Release. Good. Starting to get a good feel for how to handle the world with the wrists and the shoulders. Dropping the chin down, making our way up to the observatory so we can get a good look at what's in front of us and behind us, and then chin up. And curl it in, chin down, and chin up. And down, and up. Good. Center, left ear to left shoulder. Let's reach out with the right hand, out to the right, handling the world, making the deals with the right hand. And then the left hand is going to help that right side of the head. So you don't have to tug, just assist, support. Get length as opposed to depth. Thinking about pulling out, right hand out to the right, left elbow out to the left. Good. And release the left hand, right ear to right shoulder. And now it's the left hand that reaches out. Left hand deals with our emotions, deals with our heart. It's our innocence too. Let's bring that right hand over to assist. And then open up in two directions. With the left hand, we're going back to those emotions, to that innocence, and with the right hand, you're pulling out to the right. So get some space across your neck, across the chest, and then release. Good. 5 full rotations here with the head. Circle your way all the way around. And then circle the opposite direction. Nice, 360 all the way around. Ooh, good. If you have rings that are big, take them off and shake those hands. Again, this is how we say bye to each other, right? Bye. But for now, we're using it as a way to be flippant. It's a way to be able to flip our tortilla, flip our pancake, flip the script, change our minds anytime so that we don't get stuck in any of the stuff that changes around us. Do it with your right hand only. Sometimes you make deals and they don't work out, right? And so you have to be able to know to like, it's okay. It's okay. Sometimes you work in your office all day long with that right hand and it still doesn't work out. So it's okay. Flip it, flip it, flip it. And then the left hand. Good. Nice. So important to be able to know how to change our emotions, right? How to change our way of feeling. Like if you can't change the world, change the way you feel about it instead. So that's becoming flippant on the left hand. Yes, good. Do them both again. Good. And then inhale, open them both up. Now they're feeling nice and tingly. Exhale, right hand over left. Find yourself curving in a little. This is a little cuddle between your hands. Your right hand is telling your left hand, I got your back. Open up. Left hand on top of right. Now the left hand's got the right hand's back. I help you deal with the world. Inhale, open. And exhale, swap them out. I got your back. Open, and I got your back. And keep opening and closing. Nice. Keep swapping those hands. Yes. Good. Now let's do a fist bump when we come in. And inhale, open. And again, fist bump. Another way that your hands fit. Inhale and fist bump. Good. Inhale, open. Exhale, hands together. Good. And hold. Connecting those two hands together, connecting through emotions and dealing with the world, our office and our kitchen and our living space. Knowing that we can get a 360 view of both our feelings and the world, and in that way we can better steer ourselves in the right directions by knowing how to handle the world differently. And release those hands. Good. Let's come back to a little bit of a hero's pose here. So block. Oh, you know what I want is your downward. Oh, bye, Tomas. We'll see you next week. Let's find our downward facing dogs again. Let's see what that feels like now. Measure out your tabletop positions. Get puppy paws on those. Index finger and pinky finger mount, and then see if you can get the wrist light. Plug in the tops of your feet. Yes, lean it forward. Good, nice. And then walk your knees forward a little, Denny. Yeah, there you go. And then lean forward a little more. Good. Yes, keep looking out to the world. Bend the knees, curl the toes, take it back. Downward facing dog, keep those knees bent. Oh, your elbows should have a little bend in them too. Remember that. Yeah, good. And it's still straight. Just so you know, it's still straight. It's just not hyperextended. Good. Bend the knees, Kayla. And lift your butt. Yes, keep taking your way back there. Exactly. See if you can plug the feet down to lift your butt even more. And then plug the sitting bones behind you. Keep pushing into those hands to pull your butt back. Keep pulling, plug the feet down to pull your butt back, to pull your butt higher. Good. Try to fit your belly to your thighs. Nice, Ida. That looks great. Good. And plug the feet in more. Lift your butt more. Yeah, and that starts straightening your legs. As soon as you start plugging the feet in and lifting your butt, your legs start getting straighter, but your belly keeps that connection to your thighs. Nice. Good. And release your way down. Yes. Good. Okay, let's go ahead and sit back into our hero's pose. So here's another really interesting, important piece in life, is that it's not just about taking the glute out of the way, right? Which we often do, is take that glute out of the way. There's actually an internal rotation of the thigh, and that's why the glute moves out of the way. Like your whole thigh has to internally rotate for the sitting bones to be able to plug in. And you might feel a difference between just moving the glutes and actually plugging, like rotating in and letting yourself plug all the way in. Because the thighs will, your joints want to rotate in. Your joints make their way into the body. All right, Mimi, well, have a great weekend. We'll see you. Okay, so let's go up into that observatory and do a little bit of a alternate nostril breath, and we'll end class with that today. So remember, right hand, peace fingers come on down. Yeah, there you go. Good, and sitting bone, pubis are plugged down. Inhale and exhale. Open that right armpit. We're going to plug the right nostril. Inhale through the left. And then plug the left nostril and exhale out through the right. And then plug the right. Inhale left. Plug the left and exhale right. Plug the right, inhale left. Keep plugging in through your sitting bones. So one part of your mind is plugging the sitting bones, plugging the pubis, getting nice and tall, and then exhale right. And then plug the right, inhale left. Put the sound of your breath in that left ear as you breathe in. And plug the right and exhale, or plug the left and exhale right. Release that right hand. Good. And Esteban, if you want to do a couple blocks, you can too. Yes. It might, like, you might want to stack both of your blocks up if your legs are giving you a hard time at all. And keep rotating those thighs in. Let's do it. Yeah, exactly. Give yourself all the height you need, right? And then your knees will eventually start working their way. Left hand, peace fingers. Okay, so plug sitting bone, pubis down, and let that lift you back up. Plugging the left nostril, inhale through the right. Put the sound of your breath in that right ear. And then plug the right and exhale left. And again, plug the left and inhale right. Put the sound of your breath in your right ear, plugging down through the sitting bones, lifting up. And plug the right and exhale left. Good, 2 more. Inhale, in through the right. See if you can also fill up your left kidney and your left lung as you breathe in through the right. And then exhale it out through the left. Make the connection and exhale left. Open that left armpit too. And then plug the left, inhale right. Hearing the breath in your right ear, filling up left kidney and left lung with your breath. And then exhale out through the left. Let it all go. Release the left hand. Let's put them together. We have 2 minutes left. So we're going to come back to the right hand. And we're going to do them both. So instead of just doing one side, we're going to cross over. Okay? Only the right hand. Here we go. Inhale and exhale. Plug your right nostril. Inhale left. Plug the left nostril and exhale right. Keep that right armpit open. Now inhale right. Plug the right nostril, make your connection, and then exhale left. Inhale left. Hear the breath in your left ear. Fill up right kidney and right lung. Plug the left, and then exhale right. Let it all go. And then inhale right. Hear the breath in your right ear. Fill up your left kidney and left lung. And then connect in, and then exhale left. Last one. Inhale left. Plug it in, and then exhale right. And then inhale right. Plug it down and exhale left. Release your right hand. Put your imagination on your breath and imagine you're still doing it. Imagine you're still breathing in through the left nostril. Breathing out through the right. Breathing in through the right. Breathing out through the left. So notice the power of your imagination to connect to your physiological processes, to make magic happen in the body. And then bring the palms of your hands together. Let's bring the breath together. Inhale up the center of the spine. And exhale down the center of the spine. Inhaling up. And exhale down. Well done, everybody. Thank you so much for joining today. Lavira and I are here if you have any questions or thoughts for today. Have a great weekend. And we'll see you again next Tuesday. Thank you so much. Yes.